She was indicted on 5 felonies: burglary, menacing by stalking, identity fraud, theft of drugs, aggravated theft. By the time she stood in a courtroom 7 months later, every single felony was gone. All 5 of them. I know. But that is not even the detail making us the angriest. 2 years before this case, in a totally separate incident, she told police they couldn't touch her because her father was the chief. It's like she genuinely believed that rules didn't apply to her. Then, 2 years later, in a much bigger case in a different county, she used the same excuse. Where does this audacity of hers come from? Who gave her the right to use her father's position as an excuse to commit multiple crimes? A 4th grade teacher. Let me give you some flashbacks. Her name is Hannah Freeman, North Ridgeville, Ohio. She teaches science at an elementary school. The kids liked her. Her ex-boyfriend worked for Westlake City Schools, in that same general world of education as her. They started dating in early 2024. Like a lot of relationships, it ended. Normally, they both should have moved on with their lives. What happened after the breakup is where this stops being a normal story. For about 6 months, according to what he told police, she stalked him everywhere he went. Therefore, by the time November came around, this wasn't a misunderstanding anymore. It was a pattern, and he had started keeping track of it. On November 6th, while she was stalking him at his apartment, she saw him with someone else. She got furious, broke into his car, and he reported that she took a laptop and other belongings out of his unlocked car. The very next day, November 7th, he said she followed him to work. When he went inside, she got into his car again. Investigators pulled the data and found her vehicle at his workplace at least 33 times across 19 separate days inside one single 3-week window. What did she take across all of it? 2 backpacks, 2 laptops inside them, his wallet, his car keys, which he eventually got back, and his prescription medication. That detail isn't a rumor. He said it directly to police on body camera.
Westlake Police, can I help you?
My ex-girlfriend continues to stalk me and park her car next to wherever I am and follow me home every night.
Then she allegedly used his card and ran up more than $1,000 in Amazon charges on top of everything else. A few days later, while she was stalking him at his workplace again, we can see the car right here, he called 911 and police came and questioned her. She kept lying, as we can see in this video.
Who's your boyfriend? I don't reach around anymore. What's your name?
Hannah Freeman.
Hannah Freeman? Are you supposed to be up here? Mm-hmm. You are? Mm-hmm. Were you in his vehicle earlier? Mm-hmm. No?
Well, we went to get dinner together, but...
Where'd you go get dinner at?
King's.
Well, we got a complaint from him that you were in his vehicle tonight and you're harassing him and stalking him.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Did you take some items from him last night? No?
No.
Okay.
Well, like, I have text messages that of him, like, inviting me, so I don't...
Can I see him?
Like, even last night, like, I slept over his place.
Your phone in the car? Leave your phone in the car?
I am. I'm putting it down. I'm putting it down.
Step out.
I'm putting it down.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. You don't got anything on you? It's going to stick, poke, anything like that?
No.
Put your hands together like you're praying.
We learned that she was constantly asking them to call her father.
I don't. Can I please call my dad?
Yep, give us a second. You're coming back to our jail. Once we get back to our jail and go through our processing, we'll let you get on the phone.
Can I please call my dad?
We know who he is.
I don't want to make this a big deal.
Back of my hand, back of my hand, back of my hand, back of my hand. All right, step back over here, back of my car, please.
He invited me over here.
All right, you have little wrists. Do me a favor, do not slip out of these cuffs, okay?
Please call my dad.
Once we get back to our jail.
But later, she was arrested.
Okay, there
Hey, come talk to me. So what's going on? Did you invite her here?
No.
Are you sure?
No. Yeah, she
Are you sure you didn't invite her here?
Yes, I never invited
Okay.
her to anything.
Because she said that you invited her here.
Yeah, I know. She probably would have. She actually yesterday followed me to my apartment, stole stuff out of my car.
Yeah.
medications that I need, my car keys, which I was finally able to get back from her, a laptop, and my wallet. And she has run up a bunch of charges on one of my credit cards now.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, and then because I did date her back in April, we probably ended it. She kind of knew passwords to like my accounts and stuff. She's been messing with my accounts.
Where did she rack up the charges at?
It was all from Amazon.
Oh.
Just because I need to sign something.
Yeah, they need to be signed because she's in custody.
Yeah, it's been going on for a while, and I've tried to not make it a big deal because even today the school resource officer took me out of class and stuff. And
A grand jury was set up. If she had been convicted on all 5 charges we just discussed, she could have been looking at real years, not days. 5 felonies and real prison time. That's the expectation that gets demolished by what happens next. Look at her, acting all cocky and prideful of what she's done. You can see all the princess treatment she got from her parents in her expression and her behavior. You're probably wondering the reason behind this arrogance. Well, her attorney, Kinlan, had negotiated a plea deal with prosecutors. All 5 felonies gone. In exchange, she pleaded to 3 misdemeanors: disorderly conduct, possessing criminal tools, and obstruction. I guess that's what makes her so entitled, with all that nerve and attitude. But there's a part nobody outside a courtroom usually understands. Yes, the obvious assumption is simple. The deal is the deal. Probation, a fine, case closed. But a plea deal is an agreement between the prosecutor and the defense. The judge is never part of that conversation. And in Ohio, the judge owes that deal nothing at all. In Ohio, misdemeanor sentencing sits almost entirely in the judge's hands. State law sets the outer limits, a maximum number of days, a maximum fine. But inside those limits, the judge can do almost anything. A prosecutor can recommend probation. A defense attorney can walk in expecting it. None of that binds the person actually wearing the robe. Kinlan walked into sentencing on July 17, 2025, acting like the agreement was final. The actual punishment had never come up between them. Kinlan never discussed it with the judge. So when Judge Mattia announced 7 days in jail, on top of probation, counseling, and GPS monitoring, Kinlan pushed back, on the record. He said the prosecutor hadn't even asked for jail time.
I'm going to place you on 18 months of community control. You'll be ordered to have no contact with Mr. McKenzie, the victim. In this case, as a condition of community control, you are to wear a GPS device for the first 90 days. You'll be on house arrest with work release. You'll be ordered to undergo mental health counseling, particularly to establish healthy boundaries. And you will serve the first 7 days of this term of probation in our county jail. You are ordered remanded. You didn't agree with me, Mr. Kinlan, and I am charged with sentencing.
At this point, Your Honor, I'm willing to make a motion to withdraw the plea and would rather go to trial.
Because you don't like the sentence?
No, because we don't like the way the court has interpreted the facts.
Mr. Kinlan, did you talk to me about sentence before you pled your client?
You were not available, Your Honor.
I'm available all the time, Mr. Kinlan. You chose to plead your sentence, your client.
We only met with you one time, Your Honor. At this point, we'd ask to withdraw.
I'm offended that you would make the insinuation here that I don't work enough. Was this case indicted? Half a year ago.
Your Honor,
Did you make any effort to talk to me in the last 6 months about how I would sentence your client?
Yes,
No.
we did.
You did? When?
When I asked you to take her off GPS back in April.
Okay, and I did.
Yes.
But that wasn't about sentencing, was it? I just asked you, did you make any effort to talk to me about what sentence I would impose after you negotiated a plea deal with the state of Ohio?
No, we did have an agreed sentence with the state. We asked the court to go along with that agreed sentence, as it's
Didn't ask me. Sorry.
The plea is not knowingly voluntary.
Your bad practice is not my problem.
I have covered a lot of cases where the system has failed many people. Corrupt laws, their loopholes, and whatnot. But this is the first time I'm covering a case where a judge actually did what Judes are always supposed to do. Stay with me, because this gets complicated for everyone involved, not just her. This wasn't her first time invoking her father. Back in 2022, police responded to a noise complaint at her place. She refused to comply and told the responding officers that her father was the chief of police and he wouldn't let them arrest her. A committee was established to investigate her father, Michael Freeman. It's been reported that he has always been ill-tempered, poorly behaved, and uncooperative. He acts like he's above the law. I guess we can safely say, like father, like daughter. After all was said and done, when she got the chance to speak, this is what she told the court.
I regret the incident. I definitely acted out of emotion, and I regret that decision that I made that night, and I will take steps necessary to move on from this incident, and you will not see me back here again.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, is that an apology? It feels rehearsed. It's definitely not remorse. When the judge said it out loud, she shrieked. Then she started crying, looking up at her own attorney. It seems like she realized being the chief's daughter no longer protected her. Judge Mattia wasn't gentle about how he saw it. He called it, in his own words, a bizarro breakup between two professionals.
This is frankly a bizarro breakup between two professionals. An investigation does not paint a pretty picture of your behavior, Ms. Freeman.
He also confirmed something that had been floating around. Her ex had moved on. Someone else was in his life by the time this escalated. One thing that's coming to my mind right now, as I'm speaking, what if it was a man doing all the stalking? What if it was a man who followed her, broke into her car, and stole her belongings? Would he have gotten the same punishment she did? I'm saying the math changes depending on who's standing where in the courtroom. I'd appreciate your thoughts on this. Drop them in the comments. One more thing. Though people appreciated the judge's ruling, the question still lingers for all of us. Was 7 days in jail enough? Someone who showed that little visible remorse and got only 7 days isn't someone you'd feel safe being the one she's fixated on. That fear, that nothing about this sentence actually stops the behavior, is the quiet thing sitting underneath all the outrage. You can verify this with her phone call to her mother from jail. She constantly complaining about the judge and the ankle monitor being big.
It's like at risk of falling off my leg, and it's like he did it pretty tight. I almost need it to be like one more, but I don't know if I can get it any tighter.
She keep telling that judge become personal and how she don't like the wet food that was given to her in the prison.
He seems like a real piece of work, so I don't know if he's going to be real helpful in any of this.
Well, he didn't know the case at all. Apparently, Michael said the prosecutors are trying to help me out to whatever they can, but that was a wild assortment of food. Like everyone else has like snacks and stuff because they've gotten like commissary. I just like saved like a couple edible things from like just wet noodles. Like I don't get it. Wet noodles.
Now, do other people eat the stuff down or not?
Well, I think so, because I think you just become used to it. Like the applesauce, the first day I was like, I'm not eating that, and now I like eat the applesauce because it's like the worst of my evils. So I think
Funny part is, she is regretting missing the vacation she had planned. The total recording is like 2 hours plus, and I am put the recording in the description if you want to check that out. So, what does this actually mean for you, watching this tonight? A plea deal is not a promise. It's a recommendation. Only the judge decides, and the judge doesn't have to explain why. That's the only reason I plan to cover this case, to make you aware of these little things that happen inside a courtroom. Her ex-boyfriend took months before calling the police. Why? I believe this is the whole stereotype that a man should be able to handle a crazy ex-girlfriend on his own. Society always portrays men as having to handle these kinds of situations alone, and anyone who fails to do it, well, are considered weak. That's just how our society is. Nothing in this video is legal advice. If you're dealing with a stalking situation yourself, please contact local law enforcement directly or a licensed attorney. She told the court she wouldn't be back. A felony case became 3 misdemeanors, became 7 days. Whether that ends up being enough isn't something this video can answer. That's something only time and her behavior after release can actually prove. And somewhere in Westlake, Ohio, her ex, who never agreed to have his name said out loud, is just hoping she meant it. Watch this video next if you want to see one of the cruelest cases of false framing. I'll see you there.